Hello Bitzbox, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk here with another conversion video, and in this one I'm going to use some resin pieces from our website to turn a Space Marine Lieutenant into a Space Marine Chaplain. So these are all bits that are unique to our website, and we sell them in our 3D resin printed section, and I thought I'd just show what you can do with them, because they're sort of there on the site, but there's not really many sort of examples out there of what you can do with them. I don't even use them myself that often, so yeah, I thought good excuse to start using some. So yeah, let's hit the desk and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so I've built the main body and the backpack of the Lieutenant, and normally he'd be standing on a rock, but the first thing I'm going to do with him is actually have him standing on this book. So this is one of the little book accessories that we sell. These are very popular, we've sold hundreds of them. They're really cool. And yeah, he's going to be standing on that like so. And I've also got an open book and another book here that I'll also put on the base as well. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And with that glued on, that is how the base is looking so far. Got a little bit of muck on there, I'll just get off with a brush. But yeah, looking pretty good. I thought I'd get them sort of look a little bit like it's been thrown down sort of randomly. Back in shot there. So another popular piece is these little braziers. Really cool. See it on a few Space Marine miniatures, and I really like them. And yeah, I'm going to pop that one on his backpack. They do have an ever so slight curve on the bottom, so they fit on backpacks, which is what most people use them for. I'll put that on just like so. Next up, I'm going to take a little scroll. This one's green, so I printed that in Elegoo water washable green resin. Quite a while ago, we used to sell a few bits using this resin, but I've since switched to any cubic water washable resin, which I do like. It is a little bit more brittle, but it prints so much better than the Elegoo stuff, I find, and we just don't get as many failures now. It would be nice if it was a little bit stronger, but most of the bits we sell, that's not really too much of an issue. I'll just pop that on his belt like so, like so, he says. Come on, it's on there. Not 100% sure. I like how that looks. Maybe the thing about having it a bit lower is really want sort of centered on his belt. Maybe something like that wouldn't be too bad, because there's no glue there, so it's not gonna stay in that place. If not, it might just end up on the base. And maybe we'll put something else there, but I think not 100% on that, but it is better. So I'll just leave it there for now, but I'm not going to say that'll be permanent or not. But yeah, we sell different sizes of scrolls. They all come on these little, just on the supports. But you can just cut them off quite easily. Okay, and he's back. I've been using the contactor. As you can see, he's got an arm. So I just chopped the hand with the power sword off. And I'm going to use one of these. So this is from our Sacred Templar range. Essentially, they are conversion pieces for Stormcaster Tannels, but obviously a lot of them are quite suitable for Space Marines as well. Now this one's the bottom broke off. This is a bit of a misprinted one, but I thought I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it. I can always attach something to the bottom, like a little round bead or something. Bottom of a handle of something. I'll find something. And I'll stop saying something. Glue, thank you. And that. Now the arm's not fully dried, so I'm a bit wary here of actually knocking it off, but the hand's going to go on like so. I'm not putting too much thought into the pose of this miniature at the moment, to be fair. I just want to just sort of showcase all the different bits being used on it. Just line up the hand. So even though I said I wasn't too fussed about the pose, I did move it slightly. I didn't like it. So yeah, I forgot to sort of talk a little bit more about this piece. So this is called a Mace of Roses. I sort of got inspired by sort of Elden Ring vibes. And yeah, I just thought, well, I'll make a mace out of roses basically. And thought it works quite well. And give it a unique Crozius for a Chaplain. So I'm going to give him this eagle shoulder pad. This is something we started selling recently as well. It's an eagle on a shoulder pad. Now our shoulder pads are slightly different size to GW ones. I don't want to just sort of rip them off completely. But we like, we like to make bits that are compatible but not sort of direct copies. Even though there's like loads of shoulder pads and whatnot these days, even the grey tide stuff that we sell are all similar sort of sizes, but never mind. And to be fair, one of the grey tide shoulder pads would be quite cool on a Chaplain miniature. I may be tempted to print one for the other side one day, I don't know. I was just going to put a plain one on, which I will do for the purposes of this video, but maybe one day in the future I will replace it. A bit of a pain to glue on, but I do like sort of these sort of bulky shoulder pads. I mean, they're not too different, they just stick out a little bit further. That's just because of the design, like the eagle design on it makes it sort of stick out a bit further too, but that shouldn't look too bad together, especially when it's painted and that. Okay, here's how he's looking now. I don't really like this left arm that came with the Lieutenant miniature. It's not a great pose, but I stuck it on regardless. I don't really like the little gap we've got going on here, so I'm going to take the little small shield thing. It's meant to go on the other shoulder pad for the Lieutenant. I'm not sure if Chaplains even have them. I don't think I've seen any Chaplains with these little shield things on, but this one's got one. And then I'm just going to pop it on just on the edge of the shoulder pad. Just fills up that little gap. Well, the arm's still not fully dried, as you can see. And pop that on there like so, close up the gap. Yeah, it also bogs it out, so I don't look too bad sort of compared to the other shoulder pad. So while that's drying, I'll show you the head. So we've recently added some like skull helmets. And this one's sort of based off the old Vanis and Comey miniature, where he had like the skull helmet with like the Spartan, sort of a skull mask with a Spartan helmet sort of around. I really like that, so we sort of made our own. I've had to chop just a little bit of the crest off the bottom. One thing with these Primaris Marines is that the neck joints are right at the back, so it doesn't give you much space behind the helmet to really add much, but that sits on there really nicely. So let's put on some glue and pop it back on. You'll see it probably won't sit in place as well as it just did. There we go. So one last little thing is this tiny little key. So we sell these again on these little support frames. I wasn't really sure where to put it, but I think I might put it on his heavy bolt pistol as like a little decoration thing. Way too much super glue. No, really, you probably should just put super glue on a little tray and then dip stuff into it, but there you go. Do as I say, not as I do, and all that. But yeah, I'm not too sure how that really looks, but I just wanted to put it on the miniature somewhere. I've tried thinking about having it places where it's sort of hanging down, and it'd be alright on the belt if I didn't have a scroll maybe, or if we don't have these little skulls. But I just sort of stuck up there. I'm not so sure on that, but it's probably going to be a pain in the ass to get off now, so here's what it is. But yeah, I think that is quite a cool little Chaplain. I've obviously got to just sort that little bit out there, so yeah, I'll do that and then we'll look at him again. And here is the finished conversion. So I just got the bottom of another one of these mace that I had, but that was for the left hand. So I just chopped the bottom of that. Again, that was printed in the green mint coloured resin. So yeah, my OCD does not like the 2 green parts on this miniature, but I think it came out alright. So in total, if we count the mace as one piece, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces from our 3D printed resin conversion range. We have many more that you can check out on our website at bitzbox.co.uk. That's Bitzbox, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, because that's the name of our channel. And yeah, I do want to do more resin stuff in the future. Well, I say that, I'm sort of on the fence whether I want to do more or just not do it completely. Some days 3D printing is a complete joy, and other days it's a complete nightmare. So it all depends what day of the week it is, really, how I feel about doing it. But no, it's just nice coming up with ideas for pieces and then putting them on the site, and then people buying them and enjoying them and using them on their miniatures. It's really cool. So, and I'm always open to suggestions what people would like to see as conversion parts. So yeah, do let us know in the comments, and hope you enjoyed this video. I will probably do another one in the future. I want to do a Dark Apostle as well with some other pieces that we sell. So I might do that, and maybe, who knows, they might both end up in a little diorama together. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, as always, please feel free to give it a like and give us a subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you all again in the next one.